for daily fantasy. His numbers too high, then I'm probably fading him. He been on the road, he gon' eat up my salary. I hit up by, he gon' lie before lock. Play back to back, then I probably won't pick on the DFS bachelor, good as it gets. Build a few liners and hit me a leg. He had a good game, but it might be a trick. Log in the Slack so I know who to pick. Sharing our liners, we all gon' get rich. New to this game, you should come to the pad. You might want some cash and get a good laugh. DFS sports, we gon' run up a bag. He heard every game and it's making me mad. You buying your lineups, I think you a cheater. DFS bachelor, he the new leader. Yeah.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Bachelor Pad. I, of course, am your host, the DFS Bachelor, and we're going to go over our Fanduel and Draftkings NBA playoff slate for Saturday, August 22nd. Again, it's the same rotation of the same 8 teams in the same 4 games. Game 3s tomorrow for everyone. First things first, a big thank you for all your guys' support. Seriously, I really do appreciate it. I thank you so much. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the team. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you're so inclined to do so. Hit that bell icon, get access to all of our content. WNBA video for tomorrow is already up. NFL content will be starting soon. As a matter of fact, I already started NFL content over at sportsbookreview.com. I'm going to leave links to those videos down in the video description. And if you click those links, go over to those videos, leave a thumbs up and a nice comment, you could qualify for our $50 PayPal giveaway. And also, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment in this comment section. I'm going to be doing a $25 PayPal giveaway for that as well. So we'll be giving away $75, 2 separate drawings on Sunday night's video for Monday mornings, Monday afternoons, playoff slate. So be sure to check all that. Click it up over there and make me look good for my bosses. A big cheers to you all. Thank you all so much. Also, don't forget, if you want, like some days, maybe I don't get a video up or, have technical difficulties or whatever, you can always get access to my player pool. Tons of great research tools. You get my player pool for baseball. I set that every day, even though I haven't done many baseball videos lately. It's just baseball for me is fucking baseball. But baseball player pools, hockey, NBA, and of course NFL, those tools will be up here very shortly, and DFS NFL content will start here pretty soon. We need a little more information before we jump into all that. You can click that link in the video description below as well and try Draft Dashboard for 30 days for $1. So lots of stuff to do down there. Check out the 2 videos. Leave a comment in each one. Double your chances to win. Like it. Say something nice about your boy. Enjoy the content over there. A lot of great people. Lots of good stuff. If you're handicapping NBA, like betting it straight up, Jam and J Money over there is killing it. Soccer, just anything you could think of. Great content, college football, lots of great people over there, so check all of that out. Also, don't forget to check out Overlay DFS. Overlay is a ton of fun. Had a really nice run over there. I didn't win tonight, I don't think. I have to check. I haven't even had a chance to look. But I think Kawhi Leonard going absolutely bonkers hurt me over there. I know it certainly hurt me everywhere else, so shout out to, I know I said he's too expensive, and I typically do think he is at that price. But my boy Kirk, there you go. I had to eat crow on that one because I was wrong. Hey, I'm not going to be right 100% of the time. I wish I was. Trust me, I would not have my wonderful ex-wife if I was right 100% of the time. Trust that. Cheers to you all. So, let's get into it. Game 3s. I think I remembered everything. Yeah. We're in like Flynn. All right, so right at the top you got Dame Lillard. He's 9-5 on Fanduel. He's 10-8 on DraftKings. Now, we know he left that last game early for a couple of reasons. One, he fractured his index finger, dislocated his left index finger. It's not a shooting hand, it's his offhand. And they were getting beaten so badly that there was just no reason to bring him back in. The Lakers absolutely trounced him. The series, of course, is tied up at 1 apiece. Look, I've dislocated the fingers on my hands. It's going to be more difficult for him to handle the ball. So you wonder if he and CJ McCollum are going to sort of switch roles. If McCollum will take over some more of the ball handling duties while Damian Lillard comes off screens, tries to hit some shots. You just have to wonder how that finger is going to respond tomorrow in terms of ball handling with his left hand. But of course, if this game is competitive, which there's no reason to think it won't be. I know the last game was, I thought that was sort of an outlier. But again, it's 1-1. The Lakers are a very good defensive team. And if you're not hitting your shots, it's going to be tough to get easy baskets against the Lakers in the interior with Davis, Dwight, McGee, LeBron, etc. I guess I could sort of go there. You could see one of the cool things about Draft Dashboard here is it tells you the hit percentage of each player if they would have been at that price on each site. So if at 9.5 this year, if he was 9.5 for every slate that he played in this year, he would have hit at least 5 times value 54% of the time. If he was 10.8 on DraftKings, only 42% of the time. So there you go. Again, you can try that. Click the link, 30 days for $1, and you get my player pool. I'll show you. I update that throughout the morning as news comes out, etc. It's time-stamped. I'll show you how you could find that at the end of the video. Chris Paul. Oklahoma City down 2-0, even though Westbrook, again, will not be there for Houston tomorrow. Had a bad game, too. Let's just call it what it is. Was solid in game one. It's a must-win for them. He's 7-9 and 7-8. I could certainly go there. Malcolm Brogdon, another team down 2-0, is the Indiana Pacers. They need this win. He's 7-4 on FanDuel, 6-9 on DraftKings. I like that price on DraftKings. You see he would have hit value 66% of the time at that price on DraftKings. Only 48% of the time at that price on FanDuel. He's been pretty consistent the first two games, 39 and 37 minutes, put up a 38 and a 37. Miami's a tough defense in the backcourt. Like, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're a tough defensive team, and a lot of that is because Bam Adebayo can cover as a big man on those pick and rolls. They don't mind switching and leaving Bam out there and that's a tough matchup for anyone to get around at 6'9". Bam's a terrific young player coming up. But that defense, along with Jimmy Butler, etc., does make things tough, but Brogdon's certainly in play. Then we got Dragic. Starting, 6'2 on FanDuel, 6K on DraftKings. Had the huge game one where he put up a 41. Only put up a 29 and 31 minutes in the last game, but still pretty consistent. I like Dragic. I could go there again. Eric Bledsoe, I think, is definitely too cheap again on DraftKings. Now, again, we already know Budenholzer's going to play like 4,750 guards, and everyone's got to play in the last game. Like, he still got to 28. He started out red hot in the first half, and then Pat Connaughton just got rolling in the second half. But Bledsoe is in play. He has yet to play more than 27 minutes in each of the first two games, but he's 5-5 on DraftKings, 6K on FanDuel. Of course, he's in play. Markelle Fultz is 4-5 on DraftKings. He's going to be very popular, just like he was the other day when he was 4-2. But he's really played well for Orlando. And this series is 1-1. It's tied up. And I think that surprises a lot of people. Orlando has hung tough with Milwaukee. Maybe I'm more meh on the 5-5 on FanDuel, but I like that 5-5 price tag, or the 4-5 price tag on DraftKings. Augustine, decent value play. Will play 25 to 30 minutes, 4-5 and 4-2. Kendrick Nunn, I was asked about this. Yes, he's healthy. And it might be interesting tomorrow. We'll have to see. Jay Crowder is questionable for tomorrow's game. He's dealing with an ankle issue. Maybe they say, okay, fine, Kendrick Nunn, you can play some. Because remember, he was a starter all year long, like playing good minutes. And now all of a sudden he is just in the doghouse. I don't think Spoelstra liked whatever reason he had for leaving the bubble. But if Crowder misses, you would think you'll probably just see more Olynyk and Andre Iguodala. But you could see some Kendrick Nunn, but I will not have him in any lineups. He hasn't played a single minute in this series, but he is healthy. He's just a healthy scratch. Aaron Holiday oftentimes gets the start, but he's also, he plays off the bench. He's 4K FanDuel. I guess you could take a dart throw there. Rondo, they may get back tomorrow. I think if they would have lost game 2, you definitely would have seen Rondo back. Now that they won game 2 and they won it comfortably, and it's not this, the sky is falling type game if they lose, maybe they let him get into a little bit more shape. Again, it's a hand issue, not like a ligament issue. He's 3-2 on DK. If they say, hey, he's going to play, but he's going to be limited to 15 or 20 minutes, I could take a shot at 3-2. He's got some upside there. Austin Rivers, 3-8 FanDuel, 3-9 DraftKings. Again, with no Westbrook, he's going to play in, the high teens, the low 20s in minutes. We have seen the one game during the bubble when I think Harden was out that game too, but he played a ton and had that huge blow-up game. You don't anticipate that happening, but he's going to see some minutes, so I suppose you could go to baby boy Rivers as well. Lots of kids playing for and against Doc Rivers. Seth Curry's his son-in-law. It's like, Jesus, what the hell's going on, Doc? Don't be surprised when they're all on the same team and the wives and the moms make them all play 45 minutes a night. At shooting guard, of course, James Harden. Now, I will say this. Them being up 2-0 makes me nervous about James Harden simply because, now this is different NBA playoff atmosphere than in years past. Obviously, this is the most unique playoff situation we've had. When he gets cold in the postseason, we've seen him put up some real duds. But again, the ball is going to be in his hands a ton. He's got 80-point upside. You always have to consider James Harden. Jimmy Butler, 8-4 on FanDuel, a bit pricey, but I could go there, 7-6 on DraftKings. Here's the thing, the offense in the half court, especially if this is a competitive game, Jimmy Butler is going to have the ball in his hands a ton. 88 fantasy points in the first 2 weeks. Of course, I like Jimmy Butler. CJ McCollum, I think, is really interesting tomorrow, especially if that finger is bothering Damian Lillard. Now, listen, Damian Lillard is tougher than nails. Hard-pressed to find anyone more competitive. He has really willed this team into this postseason situation. But if he can't handle the balls effectively tomorrow, they're more than happy to hand that over to CJ McCollum. He can absolutely do the job. He's 7K on Fanduel and 7.5 on DraftKings. I think he's interesting. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, fucking nice to meet you again. He finally shows up, goes off for 43. I had been over on him a lot recently, and I still had exposure, but I was more under on him, and that's, of course, when he goes off for 43 because the fantasy gods fucking hate me. So there we go. But he's 6'9 and 7'1". We saw the upside. We've also seen the scary floor, so he's a tournament play only. Chris Middleton, he has looked dreadful, absolutely terrible. And I think part of it is, how are you supposed to get into a rhythm if you're a Milwaukee Bucks player when every whistle, every 30 seconds, a whole new fucking platoon of players comes in? I just don't get it. Like, I understand they got used to that because they had a huge margin of victory through the regular season. So, they just were rotating their bench in. But for Christ's sakes, let your players get into a rhythm. His shot hasn't been there. He's 6'6 on FanDuel. We know the upside's there, and we know he's bound to snap out of it. I'll probably pass on that 7.9 price tag on DraftKings. However, I think that's a bit too high. Victor Oladipo's fine at 5'9 and 6'1. I don't mind that. Dennis Schroeder, again, he's a tournament play. He's got high upside, but he's also got a scary low floor. Terrence Ross is starting to get a little bit too expensive for me. If Aaron Gordon remains out, which he has been the first 2 games, I like Terrence Ross a little bit more. Again, you just got to hope he's making a shot, because if he's not, it can be a scary, scary, scary low-scoring game for him. Tyler Hero, I like Tyler Hero. I love the minutes they're giving him. He's taking all of Kendrick Nunn's minutes, and he's making the most of it. 67 minutes over the first 67 minutes over the first 2 contests. 54 points. He's 5K and 5'4". I like the little 3-point bonus upside on DraftKings for him. Duncan Robinson, it's the same scenario. He can go out and get you 2, or he can get you 30, so it's a tournament play only. Pat Connaughton. He has these games once in a while, and then you start hearing about, he was a pitcher and blah, 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 and he's a great athlete, and he works out with Giannis and all that. Game 1, he played 22 minutes and had a 7. Game 2, he played 23 minutes and got a 38. So there you go. Sprinkle him into tournaments if you wish. He'll be a little bit higher owned this time than he was last slate, of course. I don't think he's going to go off like that again, but he does get on these runs. I'm just going to say that. Gary Trent, that just hasn't really panned out. I'll probably pass there. If for some reason Lillard misses tomorrow, then yeah, I think it looks like they're going to start letting Anthony Simons get some minutes, kind of give him some more ball handling and let Lillard have a little bit of a rest. So we'll have to see. Gary Trent was locked in as this first guy off the bench. He, Whiteside, and then it was Mario Hezonja. They were playing a short 8-man rotation. Now, that last game, it's hard to gauge if that was just a scenario. But, I mean, look at the first 2 games. He's played 51 minutes and gotten 16 fantasy points. He hasn't looked great out there. He hasn't really been defending all that well. So it's just a tough matchup. He's going to see LeBron or AD or KCP. Like, there's no real easy way out for him. So that's the problem there. Danny Green, again, you could take a dart throw on DraftKings for the 3-point bonuses if you want to. Uwundu will see some minutes at 3-1 on DK. If Jay Crowder's out, I don't mind Andre Iguodala at 3-6 and 3-7. KCP looked much better the last game. He would have had even more points had that game been relatively close at all. But in 18 and 21 minutes, we all know there is upside there, but we also know there's a low floor. But if you want to take a shot, minimum salary on FanDuel, I don't mind it. 3-9 on DraftKings. Lugens Dort is back. God. Dort, Wesley Matthews will play. They won't be in any of my lineups. Let's go to small forwards. Of course, Giannis and LeBron. Love them both. I know LeBron broke a lot of hearts yesterday, but look, he didn't need to do much. They were up by, fucking 850 points. So he had to play those 26 minutes. But it's LeBron in a game 3, a game they want to win. And if the game's close, LeBron is going to play a ton of minutes, and he's going to have a ton of usage. So, of course, you like LeBron. 1,100 cheaper on FanDuel than Giannis. And then on DraftKings, they're about 400 apart. Love them both. Absolutely love them both. TJ Warren. Interesting. He's 7-3 on FanDuel. We've seen the upside, but he's also come way back down to reality. Now, he had a 46 in game 1, certainly capable of that tomorrow. It's a must-win for the Pacers. So I don't mind TJ Warren, Gallinari, Fournier, Gordon, all tournament plays. I like Eric Gordon. I like what I'm seeing out of him, and he's going to see all the minutes in the world and all the shots he can take. With Russell Westbrook gone, he's got 61 Fanduel points over the first 2 games, played over 30 minutes in each contest. So I do like Aaron Gordon. Carmelo, was there anyone who looked worse? Like all this talk, Carmelo's rejuvenated himself, and now he's part of a champion. He came out and absolutely shit the bed. So his ownership is going to be really low. I'll just say that. If Carmelo goes off for 40 tomorrow, you're going to get him at such a low ownership because he played so bad in game 2. So I'll have some tournament exposure there. Daniel House, 4-5 Fanduel, 4-7 DraftKings. Obviously, he is showing that he's back to maybe being the Daniel House who during the season was a pretty consistent player for them. Again, no Westbrook, so he'll see plenty of minutes. Probably will start like he has been. He's played, 66 minutes the first 2 games. Put up a 34 in the last game. Of course, you can go there. We talked about the Jay Crowder issue. Again, you can follow me on Twitter at DFS Bachelor. If you don't have Twitter and you're following my player pool, if I find out he's out, then he'll just be removed, or I'll put his projection at 0, so you'll know that he's not going to play. So there's that. Justin Holiday, playing a lot of minutes, starting, as a matter of fact, if I remember correctly. My brain, so many sports are scrambled in there. 4-4 and 4-1. He scored a 34 the last one. He's got a 16 in game 1, so we know there's these wide range of outcomes, but I like him. I like James Ennis at 4-4 and 4-3. I really like James Ennis. He's especially if Aaron Gordon's gone. And even if Aaron Gordon plays, how much will he play? And then James Ennis is just playing the minutes. He's rebounding. He's passing. He's shooting threes. 5 straight games of at least 20. 4 of those games over 25. A 33 and a 25 in the first 2 games of this series. I could go there. Then some guys who will see some minutes who you could play at your own risk. Jakar Sampson is seeing some minutes out there with Sabonis out indefinitely. If Jay Crowder's out, but Derek Jones plays, so he's also looking like he may not be able to play tomorrow. So they have a couple of iffy guys right there. It's a left ankle sprain, so that could really help guys like Iguodala, etc. Hazonia, I guess. That's it. That's it. You don't want to play those guys down there. If you want to sprinkle them in, as dart throws, go ahead. Let's go to power forwards. AD, yes, Bam. AD's 10-7 and 10-2, and we saw it. Even in the blowout where he didn't have to play at all in the fourth quarter, he put up a 53 in 29 minutes. They don't have anyone who can deal with AD, and if he's making his perimeter shot and making them defend him even higher out on the floor, just so many opportunities for AD. I like AD quite a bit. Bam. Again, we've kind of talked about it. He doesn't score a ton of fantasy points in this matchup. Now, he did in the last game. Game 1, he put up a 47. Then he came back down to a 28. His role, more importantly, with a team like Indiana with scoring guards, Oladipo and Brogdon, is he's going to switch on that pick and roll, and he's going to do a lot of defending on the perimeter, so it could cost him a few rebounds. 7-3 on DraftKings, you got to take a shot there. He would have hit 5 times value 71% of the time. Of course, I'll have some exposure to Bam. Robert Covington has not gotten there. He's kind of cooled off. He's playing all the minutes. He's starting, of course, and he certainly has upside. Only 42 fantasy points the first 2 games. 6-5 and 6-2. Tournament play only. Kuzma, same thing. Jeff Green, I think he's a nice safe play. He's getting tons of minutes at the 5 and the 4. He's played 69 minutes over the first 2 games. They're up 2-0 in the series. He came back down to reality a little bit the last game with only a 20. Game 1, he had a 37. He's 5K and 4-9. If Aaron Gordon's out, I like Gary Clark, showing us some nice three-point touch. He can get some rebounds. He's 4-1 on FanDuel, 3-6 on DraftKings. So if Aaron Gordon's out, I think he's a nice play as well. I think that's everything at power forward. That is nice how quick that went. Oh, Wenyen Gabriel. He's been starting for Portland. 35 minutes, 28 points in the first 2 games combined. So look, that's cute that he's starting and all that, but I will probably pass there. Let's go to centers and get the hell out of here, shall we? So at center, Vooch. He's been a beast first 2 games. Absolutely can go back there, 8-5 and 9-1. Nurkic hasn't had a huge game since the playoffs started the first couple of games. Again, he's kind of dealing with some stuff. His grandmother passed away right before game 1 from COVID, was it before Saturday's playing game? It's really sad. But the last game, of course, he could have gotten there. The game was just a blowout. He's 7-4 on FanDuel. I like the price there. A little bit nervous about that 8-9 price tag on DraftKings. I kind of like the 3-point upside of Vooch. Vooch is stepping out there, hitting threes, etc. So he's getting that half-point bonus on DraftKings. If you're going to pay around the same price, I just go to Vooch. Miles Turner, got to be encouraged if you're a Pacers fan, even though they're down 2-0, that Miles Turner has played well. And again, we talked about it. Bam oftentimes gets sent out to the perimeter on a switch and stays out there. So it should be all the rebounds Miles Turner can handle, 6'5 and 6'7". He has a 30 and a 42 the first couple of games. I think he's in play. Steven Adams, 5'8", 5'9", I suppose. Brook Lopez, it's the same kind of deal. Now, we bounced back in game 2. He's 5'7", Fanduel, I think that's a bit high. 5'3", DraftKings, that's a little more fair. But you see, Vooch is playing out on the perimeter, knocking down jump shots, three-pointers. And then Brook plays on the perimeter himself offensively, so the rebounds are just not there. Giannis just gobbles up all the rebounds. So it makes it tough. You need him to block shots and hit threes. It's tournament play only. Whiteside, look, if Nurk struggles defensively again, or if you saw him out there trying to play them both together, 4-6 on DraftKings, I could take a shot there. You'll see in the low 20s, 5-1. I think it's a tournament option. PJ Tucker's a nice value play. 22 in each of the first 2 games. You know he's going to be on the court 30 to 40 minutes every single night. 4K and 4-4. I mean, he's not going to go out and get you 60, but once in a while, if he gets hot, gets a couple steals, he can get you in the 30s. You'll take that at 4K. That's really it for me. I'll keep an eye on Olynyk. If Jay Crowder's out, I might take a dart throw on Olynyk, but again, that's just like making multiple lineups if I do that. So that's my early look at each position. Again, you can get access to all these tools, the information, the history versus team, the hit percentages, and my player pool by clicking that link in the video description below. You can try Draft Dashboard for 30 days for $1. For those of you who have found it, you have to have used that link. I don't have like a magical way of getting it to you. I suppose you could ask them. I've told them that it's fine if you email them if you're a current Draft Dashboard user, but you don't have my player pool. You could shoot them over an email. It should be fine. But you'll see a blue box at the top that says Watch DFS Bachelor's Picks, as well as a timestamp in Eastern Time when I've last updated them. Of course, this goes the same for MLB, NHL, and NFL when it starts up as well. Then you can use it in the lineup optimizer, the mass lineup generator, generate 100 lineups, set your exposures exactly how you want, use my player pool, create your own, the late swap optimizer. However you wish to do it, click that link, try it for 30 days for $1. Don't forget, like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comment section, qualify for the $25 PayPal giveaway, and if you really want to support the channel, which I hope you do, by the way, thank you so much for liking the video so much. Hit that like button, like, it helps a lot. But go over to the links down below for SBR Sportsbook Review. Go check out, Donnie Seymour and I broke down the NFC East on Wednesday. Today on Friday, we broke down the NFC North, just some future betting odds, etc. as we gear up for that year. Go over there and leave a comment there. I'm giving away $50. So check all that out. Check out Overlay DFS. Thank you all so much for your support. A big cheers to you all. May the fantasy gods be with you all. Good night, folks.